Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Try Bonsai. It's your boy, Banner, and here what's happening. Today, my friends, we're going to look at this experiment that I tried some time ago. I'll have to look back and see when exactly I did it, but just to give you a little bit of a scope on what is happening here. This, my friends, is what we call a Ficus retusa, right? And this was a branch that was removed from a much bigger tree, but it had some aerial roots. And I said, let me see what happening. And I took a soft drink bottle, right? And I put the roots down inside the bottle and put some dirt, and it grew. And then I got a rock cast upon a base from my good friend Earl. And I had it and I was like, I wonder what I could do with it. So the experiment was to put this on top of this rock and hoping that it created something of a root over rock kind of a situation, or a plant growing over a rock. So let me bring it in closer to see what it is now, and then we're going to start to do a little bit of revealing to see how well we're coming along, because the base of that rock is to the bottom of this pot, and this pot is about a good, what is this? This is about 10 or so inches deep, and then there's another pot on top to try and house this rock, because the rock is all up here where my finger is. So let's come in closer to see what it looks like, and then let's get to taking this, at least parts of it apart. Yeah? Let me just go. So my friends, as you can see, as I just mentioned, this was planted over a rock, and this rock was gifted to me by my good friend Errol, who had it, and he gave me it. So hey, I get through, you know, and I would have pruned this back once, and my little turntable is a little unstable, little wobbly. I would have pruned this back once, and there are some dead bits that I need to take out. But yeah, I would have pruned this back once, and then I allowed for this to grow. And it grew, as you can see. But what is more important right now is seeing if the root over rock experiment is working. And if it is working, we could start to, slowly but surely expose and remove some of the roots that we don't want and that kind of thing. Now, this is a first of this size for me with this kind of a style. And rather than wasting the material, I was able to get something out of a piece of unconventional material, because it's not a tree, it's a branch, right? It is a branch. And the original branch was here. This is the original branch. And just where I turned around from was a root. Well, is one of the major roots. So it's this one and this one. And well, the rest is as you can see it. So without stalling too much, let's get to work in removing this pot, the top part of it, and seeing what we have happening. And based on that, we will know if I need to go further or if I need to put it back or whatever the case is. Yeah? So let's get with it. Alrighty. So we have this little tie here. So this pot I cut in half to go around the rock. And now this branch I can cut back, but dun dun dun, let's see what's happening here. So I have a lot of roots that would have developed around this pot that I put here, and I'm trying my best to get it out. So hold a second, let me see if I can get it out without causing any kind of damage. And it is out. Ooh. And as I just poke around, because the top of this soil is more or less sandy material, and the major roots were tied to the rock with wire. Alright, so next time I will know to use what you call cling wrap and whatnot. But let's get this out and see what we have happening here, and then I'll bring you in closer to see as well. So I'm trying my best not to make too much of a crazy mess with this. I feel I'm gonna have to take this branch because it runs across the planting. So I'm gonna cut this back very short so that I could see what we have happening here. And it's a matter of getting the sand out. I may have to cut this pot and cut around, exposing a little bit more of the rock, and to start gradually going down. Now, I'm going to take my time because I want this to come out right eventually. You know, I want this to look really amazing eventually. Right now it's pretty young, and what I have happening here is, off the bat, I could see a lot of roots that would have strayed from the rock because there wasn't enough restriction with the roots being attached to the rock. So there are some roots that are attached, but as we start to reveal, as we are revealing, you're seeing a lot of stragglers. Like this guy, this thick guy here. If you could see him, this thick guy here, totally away from this from the rock. So I'm going to continue cutting around here. When we come back, we're going to look and see how this top is going so far, and if we need to do any kind of wrapping or anything of the sort, and potentially remove or possibly remove anything that I don't think makes sense at this point. Alrighty, so I've removed that, and I'm just moving away some of the soil neatly as I can, because I don't want to have too much mess to clean up afterward, and I already have a lot of mess to clean up. So as you can see, there were some successful roots growing. Right? Was the wire the best choice? Not particularly, but at the time, this was the knowledge base that I had when I did it. I'm just giving you a 360 look at what has happened. And here is where most of the roots are. So it's under here where you get most of those roots. So what I'm going to do, are going to look at, and I have a friend, as you can see. Hello, Kitty. Anyways, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at some of these roots and try and probably take away some of them that not making any real sense. Clean up around the rock here and start the exposing process. Because as I said, the rock goes straight down to the bottom here, where it's attached to a base, a concrete base, which is quite heavy, you know, but this, I estimate, will be something really very nice in the future. Really, really very nice. Just take my time and work with it. Yeah, so my friends, to aid with seeing what it is I have happening against the rock, a toothbrush. I don't have anything else to use, so I will use a toothbrush and see what happening. What is I have happening here? And as dare I take away the wire? Should I take away this wire? If I take away the wire, what will be the happenings? And I'm asking only if I should take away the wire, and I already start to untouch it. And the kittens just jump in front of my face and make me jump. Wow. Ay. So I've tried for all of 10 minutes or 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes to untangle this wire. And what I've realized is that I tied the wire from the bottom coming up to the top. And what I am thinking could be a great benefit to me and to this particular project, or it could be a major, major disaster, is I am going to get this rock out of this pot, see what is happening, and then make a kind of a, because I don't have sphagnum moss, so I'm going to make something of a wet or sappy kind of a soil, like I'm doing an air layer, pack it around, and then wrap it in cling wrap and put it back inside here. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know, and I can't ask all you that no and expect an answer no. So let me see how we're going to get this out. And when we come back, hopefully when we come back today, it would be out, and we'd be able, we would be, tying up my words, we would be able to see what is actually happening with this planting. Yeah? All right. So. As you could see, I was able to get it out of the pot, and I was able to expose the base of it. Now, still clearing away a bit of dirt, and it's not doing so bad, you know. It's not so bad at all. At all. You know, what I think I'm going to do now is some of the more prominent roots that I really and truly want attached to the rock. I'm going to line them up nicely as best as I can. As I say, I'm going to try to make a bit of a soily thingy, because ideally the base of this rock, I'm not sure it's supposed to be exposed at all. Really and truly, it should be this gorgeous part and the base in a nice spot with the roots flowing down on the rock, probably an aerial root or two, I don't know. And yeah, so I gave you all a bit of bad information. The wire wasn't going from the bottom up. It was different, very long pieces of wire. To be honest, my friends, I could be doing the wrong thing here. There is a grandeur possibility that I'm doing this thing absolutely positively wrong, and I shouldn't interfere with this. But how else you go learn, boy? If you don't try your hand, see what's happening. You know, as we say it here in Trinidad, try your hand. Or I must say it so that my friends that looking on the outside would understand. You know, try something. Look at the outcome. If it's a good outcome, you know, you document that particular process and you keep it going. If it's not a good outcome, you document that particular process and you know that is not something to do again. Right? Unfortunately, some of these experiments could lead to the loss of a tree, or it could also lead to a tremendous success. So on this side here, we have a lot of roots. As I mentioned before, we have a lot of roots coming down on this side. As I was just saying, there's a cascade because the branch is coming down this way, and there's a cascade coming down, which we would like to encourage nicely. But here is where a lot of the fine roots are, and one of the major roots is here, and this is because of how it grew originally. So I tried my best to shape it or put it down on this as best as I could at the time. These that floating, I am going to get some wrap, some cling wrap, make the soil mix that I was talking about, and try my very best to wrap these around or in spots where it flows down. So I'm going to make that mixture as quickly as I can. Hopefully I do it right. Bring the cling wrap and wrap it around this, ensuring that, you know, we keep that humidity inside, and these roots are really and truly attached to mosquitoes. These roots are really and truly attached to this system, and then we're going to put it back into the pot and leave it alone and let it grow. Yeah? All right. All right, my friends, so this is what I did. I got a little bit of sphagnum moss. I had an inner sphagnum moss, thankfully, along with some multi-purpose compost soil. Right, that's what it say on the bag. And I mixed that up to make something of a kind of a paste or a pap or something of the sort. That I, as you saw, I did my best to delicately place it on the rock, and then I wrapped it in cling wrap. So the hope is that I am able to encourage the roots to go even closer to the rock and to thicken up and to grip this, for this to become something gorgeous. So now what we're going to do very quickly is just a light prune to this and some of these sprawling branches, then give this a good soaking and put this back where it could do some good growing. Yeah? Okay, So I've decided to defoliate to get a better view on what is happening with this planting, this composition, right? And we have a few things that are in question here. So when you look down at this point here, so when you look down at this here that I'm blocking off with my hand, you have this main branch coming across here, but you have something here, and then you have this cascading up, right? And the question is, what do I want as that front? Do I need all of those things? And the thing is, I don't. I have this coming here, this major branch coming here that I could remove. I could leave this, but this, I don't think I want this so low down. And I have this that I could prune back to a bud that will give me closer growth. Yeah, look at it. And this is basically the concept that we are going to utilize going around this small but very nice piece of work. Yeah. Now, there's something that I just realized I did not discuss at all. And what I did not discuss is what is the front of this planting. And this could potentially be a front, as it is cascading down in front of you. But at the same time too, I think this may be a better front, giving you a bigger, spread on this planting. And with this as the front, this fellow runs directly in front of the trunk. And I'm looking at it from my angle. And if you look at it, right, which branch are talking about, boy? Yes. This one, this fellow here, runs directly in front of the cascading part of the trunk. So I'm going to remove this guy, right, leaving this fellow and this fellow coming. Give this a little clean here. Just cleaning up some prior cut points. Now this is not the most gorgeous, but I can clean this up, which would basically kill a root. But I don't think it's such a bad thing. Because I think if I clean this up here, it will have a much better look when it heals over. My friends, with that's a wrap. What I'm going to do now is to give this a bit of fertilizer, because I really and truly did not really interfere with the roots. But I'm going to give it a bit of fertilizer, give it a good soaking, and put it there to catch itself and give me new possibilities, brand new possibilities. Yeah? So on that note, my friends, that is all for today. Thank you so very, very much for joining me here on Try Bonsai. If you like what it is I'm doing and the things that I am doing and my methods, my trials and my failures, and you think that someone else could or other people could benefit from it, feel free share it with them. Share it, share it, share it. You know, I do appreciate the comments. Comment away. I appreciate it a lot, and I answer the comments. For those who have commented, they could attest to that. I answer the comments. And yeah, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And the cat jumping up in the back there. And on that note, my friends, always remember, be good to yourself and be good to others. Treat people how you want to be treated. Please, treat them how you want to be treated. And our climate, our planet, is our responsibility. We have the ability to change what is happening today for a brighter future tomorrow. Not only for us, but for the future generations. Yeah? So let's do that. All right, my friends, on that note, take care. I will see you all soon. Bye.